Welcome back to Vchannel. Before, we've got leaks about the next generation coming out. That launch is Air 3S and Mavic for Pro. Then today, we've got more. The information is very detailed about this generation as well as product labels. Launch day is very close, brothers. According to the leaked information, and the prediction is that it's coming out around April 2025. It will continue to occupy the studio segment, professional film crew, segment that originally Mavic 3 is doing very well at the moment. And here we've got a much clearer picture. Mavic for Pro. It also matches with previous information. We will have a big camera, guys, with 3 lenses inside. And now with leaked information, then we get the information that number of pixels up to 100 megapixel, brothers. However, you should also consider the number of pixels. It's not either. It's a prerequisite. Decide the image quality. That companies are racing for megapixels. This is mainly in marketing, because the pixel knows. I really hope the sensor size. A factor. The importance will be increased. The sensor size. It's going to be a big decision to shoot. In a low-light environment, there is no information about the size of the sensor. Another point is to hope for resolution. It will be increased even more. If it's 8K, it's great. They can meet the strict film standards. As far as the design of the Mavic 4 is concerned, the more. Now it's no longer crossover. It's like Mavic 2 Air 2. 2 more. It's almost sideways. But Mavic 3, then it lifts this roaring space up. This one also helps. The drone, when placed in the most bumpy environment, there's gimbal cluster, it is not entangled. But in Mavic for Pro, it's designed horizontally, as Mavic 2, not like Mavic 3. Mavic for this back to the design of Mavic 2. Recently we saw that DJI it's quite diligent, positive, in creating new designs to stimulate demand. It's not the upgrades anymore. Slight correction of the settings. Successor from the previous generation. So this drone we see it's very different from previous generations. Just like DJI Flip will launch this month. It's got a very strange design, guys. He didn't look like any other drone, and the structure folds like this. Mavic 4 is the same thing they made. There's a lot of difference in design. Based on this image, we'll see that there's 3 sensors on the top, guys, with a fisheye lens like this. This is a 360 camera. It's going to cover a very wide angle of view. Your face will also have a sensor. It doesn't have side sensors anymore. Instead, they're 360 sensors. The gimbal is extremely large. About the motor. The design of the wing is like this and it's orange. By soft plastic. To reduce the damage is like Mavic 3. The design looks quite potty, then it looks a bit strange. Here we are. Sticker part. With very detailed information, the battery. We will reach up to 6.65 for mAh3 according to information. Leakage for flight duration up to 52 minutes. vs 43 minutes of Mavic 3. This amount, I have to say, it's impressive, guys. And the next thing that's special about this camera is, we will have stepless electronic ND filter. Because before, we have to buy these filters to install them. Mounting operation, when you take it off, it's a little annoying. DJI is now equipped with an electronic filter. Stepping means it has no steps. The sudden shift, but the darkness of the filter will be very smooth. So that is, it will be extremely suitable for professional needs. And it's especially convenient. Instead of removing these filters, when you need to create motion blur, cinematic effects, now just adjust it on the handle. And now we have information about the handle. Smart controller of Mavic 4. The RCTA has a 5.5 inches screen, brightness 700 nit, and can be integrated. The latest wave transmission technology O4+, for image transmission capability, smoother longer distance, anti-interference better than the old generation. Though Mavic 3 we have tested, I see the possibility that it is already very smooth, very high refresh frequency, and even fly at great distances. Then we see that the transmission is still very good. Mavic 4 will definitely do better. In terms of weight, we're going away up to 1,045 grams. Brothers, more than a kilogram. It's a little heavy because it has to load a gimbal. It's very bunker like this, and it's got the ND filter built in, and a high-capacity battery. The higher weight. It's something that's not too surprising. And here we have the actual image. You guys look at the design. That's this really big gimbal in front of you. Here we are, the LED light, as well as this sensor down here. And what you see is this gimbal cluster. There will be a downside if has crash at the front. Then this gimbal will break apart, guys. It's not shielded. Flying brothers should also be careful. The machine is very expensive. Avoid the cases. It's broken like this. We'll see there's a sensor. Of Hasselblad sensor, the famous brand from Sweden. A sensor also equipped with 2 from the Mavic 2. This is the latest information leak. DJI Mavic for Pro is coming soon. The channel will continue to update the brothers. The following information, we will definitely have a review. Super details about this product. Thank you for following my clip. Remember to subscribe. I have a YouTube channel to watch the news, technology knowledge, as well as product reviews. The next technology. Goodbye and see you later.